Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Gabriel, just another fan TV. Back at you another video. I want to talk about Jaylon Ferguson because he's one of the Ravens where looking at the roster, it's either now or never for him to make his career as a Baltimore Raven. But anyway, but before we get into that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. You guys are killing it, like I always say. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So let's keep it going with this video. All right, so I was thinking about Miles Boykin, funny enough, and how his time with the Ravens it came to an end. Now, whether it's fair or unfair, whether he was used correctly, whether he was blocking too much, it never seemed like him and Lamar Jackson got the timing together. It's a myriad of things that we could point to why Miles Boykin, didn't work out here. Um, we can make the excuses all day long, but point blank period, it just didn't work out. And going into last season, it was between him and James Prochet for that last receiver spot. Prochet beat him. Now going into this season, it was controversy, not really controversy, but it was like, when are the Ravens going to cut Miles Boykin? And that day came, and they cut Miles Boykin. So it got me to thinking, who is another guy where their time to be a Raven could be coming to an end if the results aren't placed on the field? And it led me to a guy like Jaylon Ferguson. Okay? Jaylon Ferguson is now entering in his fourth year in the NFL. It's literally, as far as his Ravens career, he could go somewhere else, but as far as his Ravens career, it's literally now or never for Jaylon Ferguson. But why is he here, and what can we expect? All right. Jaylon Ferguson went to Louisiana Tech, got drafted in the third round by the Ravens. I believe he's the all-time sack leader in NCAA history. Okay, he had 14 and a half sacks his sophomore year, then like 7.5 his junior year, and then exploded again with 17 and a half sacks his senior season. And it was drafted in the third round by, obviously, the Baltimore Ravens. Hell, his nickname is Sack Daddy. Okay, and we haven't seen that guy here since he's been a Raven. What could be the reason? We're not 100% sure. But all we can know about the numbers and the facts is, I believe he has about 30 tackles overall, and I know for sure he has 4.5 sacks. He had 2.5 his rookie year, 2 his sophomore year or his second year, and then he had no sacks last season. Okay, 14 games, 10 games, and he hasn't proven to be a starter yet. This is now or never. Now, this is not a doom and gloom video. This is actually a redemption kind of thing for Jaylon Ferguson if he can grab the opportunity by the horns. Why? There was a report, not even a report, it was a tweet. Somebody had asked Jeff Sarebek, hey, have you seen Jaylon Ferguson? He looks to be in good shape. And he reported that he almost looked unrecognizable. But we're talking about in the best way possible. That he looks like he's in the best shape of his career. I know I'll put in another video that when guys say this, it's usually not good. Okay, but Jaylon Ferguson is young enough to where being in the best shape could very possibly lead to a breakout season. All right. Now, Richard Rebeck said he takes attendance of everybody who's out there for every practice that the riders are allowed to go. And when they got this look at checking off number 45, he had to see if that was a different person. That's how different Jaylon Ferguson looked. Now, if he slimmed down his body, because in college he played at 255, and his last listed weight in the NFL is 275. Now, the Ravens could have told him to bulk up, get some more muscle on, but 20 pounds is a lot. Maybe he lost some of that weight and he can get back to that form he was in, that shape he was in Louisiana Tech. We'll see. The Ravens draft guys, especially college guys, based on sack production. And he has sack production out the roof. But now, what I was saying was, if he could combine his newly found fitness or his new body shape with opportunity. Outside of wide receiver, the biggest need on this team is pass rusher. Odafe Owe right now is the lone guy that I say I trust right now. Okay? And here's why. Ojabo is hurt. Tyus Bowser is hurt. I think Dalen Hayes is a breakout candidate, and I think he's a guy who could really help the Ravens have a good season. But he's unproven. There's no facts behind that. It's just the feeling of seeing the guy, seeing how he works, that with more opportunities, he could break out. And then after that, who are we talking about right now? So Jaylon Ferguson is on this team, and for the first time in a while, there's a clear path to snaps for him. There's a clear path to making plays. So the question is now, does he play well enough OTAs? Training camp is going to be really huge for him to make this roster. And then the first 4 to 6 weeks of the season, when the Ravens need somebody opposite of Dafe Owe, can he come in and make plays? That's the biggest question. So Jaylon Ferguson is in a really interesting position. It really is, because he's fighting for his Ravens career right now. And I'm rooting for him. This is a guy that the Ravens, like I said, drafted in the 3rd round. They had faith in his talent. And they should have. I mean, we're talking about, I think it was 67.5 sacks. All right, I don't care what level of college you play. 67.5 sacks is damn impressive. All right. And the Ravens banked on that ability, and the return hasn't been rewarded yet. But with Mike McDonald here, where he's going to run some more traditional defensive end sets, and actually have these guys rush the passer and not drop in coverage so much, Jaylon Ferguson, maybe he gets to show what he can do, because he's been decent stopping the run. But he wasn't drafted to stop the run only. He was drafted to get after the QB. So there's still hope for that. So Jaylon Ferguson, there's a couple other guys on this team too that I might make videos about or not. But he's definitely one guy. With Miles Boykin gone, he's at the top of my list of guys who were their careers at a point where it's either now or it's never. So I'm rooting for Jaylon Ferguson. I'm hoping that this newly found body shape leads to more explosiveness on his field, better stamina, and maybe he gets back to that form in college. And maybe we get a pass rusher that out the blue we didn't know we had, or that the Ravens fans weren't even counting on, and the Ravens, the organization themselves, weren't even counting on. Well, boom, this guy's here. That'd be the best possible news. So when I saw the tweet, I think the tweet's a couple days old, but when I saw it, I was like, you know what, this is good. This is good, because the Ravens need pass rush, man. The secondary is there. The linebacker core is not great, but it's good enough. It's good enough. The secondary, like I said, is great. That pass rush needs to be there. I got faith in Adafe. I got faith in Travis Jones. I think, even though he's a rookie, I know, but he comes with that pedigree. Calais Campbell's going to get in there in some plays. Hopefully, Matabike can do the same. But that opposite edge, missing a guy. And hopefully Jaylon Ferguson can step up and really take advantage of that and really grab the role, because it's there for him. Now, if Ojabo wasn't hurt, his opportunities would be really limited. But with Ojabo hurt, Bowser hurt, it's time for him to grab that opportunity. So, Jaylon Ferguson, I'm rooting for you. Most of the Ravens flock is rooting for you. So I'm hoping that you can make this team and make an impact on this roster, because the Ravens need pass rush. So it's now or never for Jaylon Ferguson. I'm hoping that he can take advantage of this opportunity and turn it around. And listen, and turn it around, I'm not talking about his college numbers, get 10 plus sacks. If he can come in, like the same expectation I have with Dylan Hayes, if he can add another 4 to 7 sacks this season, that's probably enough for him to stick around on this team. All right, so that's what I'm hoping for Jaylon Ferguson. Listen, 4 to 7 sacks, man. You in great shape. Time to put the production on the field. That's it, man. All right, it's your boy Gabriel, Just Another Fan TV. I'm out.